In the 9th century, Guru Rinpoche was invited to Tibet by King Drisun Detsen. The king was experiencing great obstacles converting the country to Buddhism. Being incredibly powerful, Guru Rinpoche subjugated the negative forces that were preventing the Dharma being spread. He was considered the second Buddha to the Tibetans, and he initiated the Tibetans into Tantric Buddhism. He saw that in the future the Dharma would decline and the lineages of practice would become weak. Thinking of this time, he hid many texts in rock, water, space, and in the mind streams of individuals to be revealed at a later date. He also prophesied who would reveal these texts. He also told the king about secret places called Bayul. These places are in time of conflict where the Tibetans can escape to. The Bayuls are places that are secret. They are opened only by those prophesied and those with the right qualities. They are pure realms to those who have developed pure vision. Difficult to get to, these Bayul are imbued with the power from the landscape and the blessing of Guru Rinpoche. Being a mandala of the deity, geographical features will correspond to parts of the body of the deity and the energetic body of the yogi. It is considered a great merit to make pilgrimage to one of these Bayul. Khymolung, which is Valley of Happiness, is a Bayul prophesied by Guru Rinpoche and is an area in Nubri and Tsum in the North Gorkha, going over into Tibet. Lama Sherab, the hereditary Lama of Tsum, reads the prophecy that Guru Rinpoche gave to King Drisun Detsen in Chimpu, Sami in the 9th century. Homage to the Dakini. At the time of the Dark Age, here in the land of snows, people from the outside will come into the middle. Tibet will be appropriated. Since the Tibetans will be powerless to stay in their country, thinking of this time there will be 4 major and 8 secondary secret valleys. The east door of the mandala of Khymolung is water and rock. The south is rock and forest. The west door is rock and wind. Each door has its protector. The eastern door is in Kutang, called Tsum. Tsum is a 7-day walk, and this year the bridges are down. The route now takes 13 days. Going north, the landscape changes from the paddy fields to the rugged mountains. Close to the Tibetan border, traders bring salt from Tibet, and they exchange it for wood, which they take back to Tibet. Walking across Laki Pass, one is surrounded by glaciers. At the top of the pass, which is 17,000 feet, everyone offers katags, which are offering scarves. They offer them to the mountain gods before continuing. It is a very long 12-hour walk before reaching the district of Newbury. We find our way through Newbury by asking the locals for directions. Newbury has the tradition of slate carving. Everywhere there are walls with slates carved with the images of the Buddhist deities. When somebody dies in Newbury, the family sponsors stones to be carved on behalf of the dead person.
Actually, this is very long.
And then down.
Still our heart. top stairs. I think 35 meters. 35 meters.
Milarepa, the famous 11th century yogi, stayed for a time in Newbury, and he stayed in this cave called the Yogi's Cave. From here, it is a difficult 2 days' walk up the mountainside to Serang. Surrounded by glaciers, it surely is one of the most secluded monasteries in Nepal. Here, the hereditary Lama, Chukinima, has built up the monastery, which houses 30 monks and 30 nuns. Both the monks and nuns receive the same training, both in texts and in practice. The monastery has 2 retreat centres and the shrine room which you see here, where they do the daily prayers. In Samagawan, Lama Sherab meets one of his former teachers, Lupan Jirman. We stay for an afternoon of tea drinking and rest for the night, a welcomed break before continuing. Another 2 days of walking, and one is in the Tsum district. Here in Hripche, Kuma the woodcarver stays to make 50 traditional religious dance masks, copying the originals that Lama Sherab has given to him. These masks will be used in the yearly traditional dances. Sometimes the path is so difficult and landslides are common. The first one here happened last year, and it took the lives of everyone in the village on the other side. It still moves, and temporary bridges of tree trunks are made to get across. During the time that we were up there, there was another landslide, and within a week, all the temporary bridges that had been made had to be replaced. Not the most easy of bridges to cross, even for Nepalis. Going towards Tsum, the eastern gate of the mandala of Khymolung is very clear. Entering the gate and walking for 2 days, one can come to the stupa, considered very sacred, and where Terma has been hidden and revealed. The path is very difficult indeed due to landslides. Then go behind the waterfall and up and across, just where those mountain goes into the cloud, which is hiding the top, and we walk right along there. Walk along here and down through where those clouds are. That should take us to about lunchtime. This is the mountain just behind those clouds, where the stupa is, but you can't actually get to the stupa. Going back to the eastern gate and then walking towards Ganesh Himal, we come to Gompa Langtrang, where the nuns welcome Lama Sherab. Here he spends a few days practicing and teaching his nuns. A day's walk into the restricted area of Tsum brings one to the pigeon cave of Milarepa. Here Milarepa was visited by a pigeon who offered him rice. Knowing this was no ordinary pigeon, Milarepa asked the pigeon to reveal itself. The pigeon turned into a goddess, and she was joined by 7 other goddesses. Milarepa taught them by singing them a song, and in the song he taught the goddesses about Mahamudra, the state of original wakefulness. He taught them about the teacher, the importance of the teacher to introduce one to that state and to guide one along the path until one has realized that state. The pigeon goddesses were very happy, and they also really wanted Milarepa to come with them to the god realm. He told the goddesses how the delights of the god realm are only impermanent and nothing compared with enlightenment. He didn't go. The goddesses were still very grateful for the teaching, and they prostrated before returning to the god realm. This is Milarepa's footprint. You can see very, very clearly where the toes. Indent. A 4-hour difficult walk from the villages of Nile and Shule, bring us to the Gompa called First Light or Dependruma in Tibetan. It was the first hermitage built, and it was built by one of Gotsampa's disciples 700 years ago, called Madan Rechin. At certain times after this, it was very well known, and sometimes there would be up to 800 monks and nuns who lived here. Lama Sherab and his father and grandfather all spent a lot of time here. All the monks and nuns would live below, and they would come up to the area just to the side of Lama Sherab, where his father or grandfather would sit, and they would teach. Going into the main shrine room, we pass a prayer wheel. Because of water, it has become ruined. These prayer wheels are made by taking the bark of a tree, and then all the prayers are written on them. They're all put together, made into a very big wheel, which is turned by people as they go into the main shrine room. The main prayer hall is in a sorry state. We will rebuild the shrine room, and these wall paintings, many of which are 500 years old, and all painted with natural paint, will be restored.
This one actually is Durgima's Mahakalis. His name is Mabdun. Actually 7 Mahakalis.
In Bodh Gaya, Guru Rinpoche subjugated a female spirit called Madan, who made a commitment to him to help Dharma practitioners rather than to create obstacles for them. Madan came to Tsum, to Dependruma, bringing with her a large rock, and when she arrived, she dissolved into the rock, and from that time the rock has been considered to embody the presence of the protector herself.
One is actually is Jazinyangbo Terma is Avalokiteshwara 1000 Aham. Also 6 books. One is this one. One Konjok Chindi, one Amitayu, one is Mahakalam Gomba Manning or something like different 6 texts. One is this one. This one is actually it's 1000 is many. This one's different. Face this one 3 white, this one 3 yellows, this one 2 red, little bit ruffles, this one 2 blue dark ruffle, this one Amitabha, also hen, also many different.
Holding different things.
Yeah.
Mm. And at the top is?
This one Jazinyungbo. Jazinyungbo. Then he's 100 is hand, 21 is head, like that. Then this one is Kundup Sangbo or Sangmo. Kundup Sangbo Sangmo. Then here is all the actually 6 Buddhas, you know. Here 3, another one, this has 3. Like that. All the one by one hand, one part of the deities, he stand, carry. Yeah. Very good.
Many.
Yeah. Also this one is a rough one. Yeah.
The customs and traditions of the people of Tsum are Tibetan. The religious traditions, Monasteries and nunneries have had little influence from the outside. Trekkers aren't permitted, being a restricted area, and the Chinese couldn't destroy the temples and kill the monastics, as it's part of Nepal. As prophesied, khymolung did give sanctuary to the escaping Tibetans, and in fact it was used as a base by the Khampa guerrillas who conducted their raids into Tibet from here. As prophesied, many teachings that Guru Rinpoche hid have been revealed, ensuring a strong and pure lineage of teaching and instruction devoted to the realization of Buddha nature.